Kia ora, Tania. Welcome to the show.
Kia ora, boys. How are you?
Yeah, doing all right, actually. I've got a question to ask you about school lunches shortly, but, you know, the whānau are all here for one thing. You watch the numbers viewing will go like this as soon as they find this out, because they're only here for one thing, Tania. And that's to find out.
They'll stay while I'm still on.
Yeah, of course. And that's to find out, are we sending David Seymour a cookie so he can eat his own words or not?
Well, everybody that's watching, you'll be happy to know that it is officially cookie time today. We have 1,525 schools on Te Rārangi Rangatira as of today. And we also got a huge number of kindies. We've got another 230 kindies on today, and we haven't had time to update the list with the total number of kindies. So our team are working on that as we speak, and trying to busily reformat the document because it's just blowing out to about 90 pages. So we're trying to figure that out. So yeah, big day.
Are you going to release the actual list on your Facebook page tonight or tomorrow or Wednesday? Because I want to have a look, see if my schools have clicked in yet.
Yep, absolutely. I'll be releasing it after this. So you have the exclusive. And once I finish with you guys, I will update the list for today.
That sounds scary, Chewie. Once she finishes with us, it's going to happen. What's going on? Last week after we spoke to you, there seemed to be quite a bit of media attention around it, quite a bit of pushback about the unions, etc., etc. We played you on Te Karere as well. What's the feedback been like from, let's say, the politicians and also the media in the last 7 days?
Yeah, it's been a little bit crazy. The politicians are just carrying on being politicians. Obviously, everybody saw Erica's little rage bait hissy fit that she had in front of the cameras. And there was a fairly interesting and large reaction to that. I saw the post that Willie Jean put up of it, and it got, last time I looked at it, which was a while ago now, it was at 500,000 views. And the one that I put up responding to her is it's over 300,000 views now. So, you know, a little bit of performative politics there from our Minister for Education. And then obviously Sam Uffindale decided to open his mouth and have a little comment, which was basically just echoing what Erica had said, but then he decided to add his own little 5 cents in and say that it was the unions who were doing standover tactics in order to force schools into signing on to Te Rārangi Rangatira. And I watched Chewie's comments about that, and the comment section on that particular post are extremely entertaining. If anyone's, you know, bored and has about 10 minutes on their hands and wants to go and have a good read. And yeah, the response to his comments in particular from Tauranga, because I'm in Tauranga, very interesting. There were a lot of referrals to issues from his past and saying that someone with such a glowing school record should not be talking about standover tactics. So yeah, it's been an interesting week, with the pollies. David Seymour's also decided to come back onto the scene just recently, and I responded to his post this morning. Essentially what he did was pull out some very, he didn't even...
Creative?
Yes, creative. We'll call them creative. It's very interesting statistics, which he says were reflective of the schools on the list, which I think is absolute rubbish for a start. But the second point is also that highly selective nature of the way that he presented those statistics to specifically aim at Māori students. And again, it's just classic David Seymour, Māori bashing, tiriti bashing, and trying to appeal to his voter base and also to reinforce the line that he has been steadily progressing all term, which is that te tiriti is a bad thing and te tiriti is something that we should get rid of in every single sphere. And we all know why he's doing it. It's so that he can clear the way for privatisation of every single sector that he can possibly get his hands on for the campaign contributors that basically pay for his existence. So, yes, I pointed all of that out in response to the minister.
So the list that he's got here, busy virtue signalling but failing Maori students. I've just scrolled through, the first 20, and they're all telling him to shut the fuck up, basically. Like, honestly, they're all telling him it's not virtue signalling, it's honouring the thing to do. Got his data from New Zealand Herald, LOL. Fascinating how every time you find a stat you don't like, the answer is never maybe we should resource these schools better. It's always we have tried weakening the treaty again. Then explain why kohanga Māori are our leading schools in all metrics. Goes on and on and on and on and on. I
just want to say too that that's correct. The really annoying thing about that made up statistic rubbish that he's pulled out is that our kura and our kohanga fed schools are the highest achieving. And he's just like a typical what I would call creative math from politicians. They use these percentages and they present them in a very specific way because people who want to believe them will believe them and they will take them at face value and they don't care if they're wrong or right. And equally, the actual statistics, they will just completely ignore them. And it's now at the point where the statements that have been made by Minister Stanford and by Sam Uffindale and by David Seymour are really getting to the point of just giving the public false information. And so many people can see that, and it's so blatant now, especially online. The social media, I think, savviness of our general public has increased so much over the course of this year. And that's why you see the comment sections reacting the way that they do, even on their own pages. Like when I saw what happened to Sam Uffindale after he posted that, it actually made me have a bit of a giggle because this is their attempt to come into our playground, right? Like this is where we have existed for a really long time and our people know us and they trust us for a reason. You know what I mean? Like we earned that trust. This isn't just, me popping up out of nowhere and all of a sudden going, make a list. People know me because I've been fighting for them since the treaty principles came out, then through the regulatory standards bill, then the school lunches petition. So, you know what I mean? It's not as if I've just popped up out of nowhere like Sam Uffindale and decided to open my mouth about something that, people know I care and people trust what I tell them because I have a track record. Whereas someone like Sam Uffindale, just deciding I'm going to say something today because Tania's in my electorate and maybe she's going to take my seat. I mean, I don't know if that's what he was thinking, but it's a really interesting thing for such a quiet, backbench MP to all of a sudden come out of nowhere and say something like that.